So has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
Whoa.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Reassure Jab, admit to knowing Donbass medical records. Yes, we do know that.
Chief Inspector, I believe that I share responsibility for this incident.
What do you mean?
I saw Mr. Donbar's medical records. His heart was weak. I should have warned you.
It's very honest of you to tell me that, Poirot. I appreciate your gesture.
Please keep me informed of his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside when the killer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own. To Marbury Guest House, please.
Marbury Guest House. Here we are. So new objective question, Mrs. Marbury. And look at that cat, looks so skinny. It's like a skeleton.
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name, in Cheshire.
So house number 22. Let's head right in. Well, hello, madame. What are you doing there? Are you preparing your dinner? I think she is.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jabb told me that you might be coming.
She's peeling potatoes. So tell her that she's of great help. Get annoyed seeing her peel potatoes. Why? Why would I say that? I enjoy seeing her peeling potatoes, actually.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are a key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cust left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
You are quite a detective, you know? Good job. Yeah, congratulate her of her observation. Ask her how she knew about the ABC. Was that information released to the press or not? The ABC guide. But I want to congratulate her.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the wall. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Well, ask her if it was blood, and ask where the stains were. I don't think she can differentiate if it's blood or something else. So, let's ask the location of those stains.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Got used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhill by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Yeah, suspicious indeed. Please continue.
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Well, ask for more details about the newspapers. Ask when he started buying newspapers. Yeah, when, the time.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Chertston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take
Well,
the key on the counter.
I know the reason for that. He recognized his name, so he bought the newspaper. As easy as that.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
Possibly.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
But, yeah, I still want to take a look. So, Marbury Boarding House, gas register. What? Gas registration. So,
The
arrivals...
truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
What? Arrivals and departures. What has become apparent? What was that about?
This woman
Okay.
appears to be in a good mood.
Very good mood. So talkative and so enthusiastic. Smooth movements with those potatoes. Okay, what else? Relaxed
Mrs. Marbury
posture.
is in a good mood. She is working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel.
Incredible talent.
Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
Be understanding indicate that it is illegal. Yes. Not a good practice at all.
You rented the same room to two people. Very profitable, but quite illegal.
But I didn't harm anyone, I was only helping everybody out.
But still not a nice thing to do. Unless you give Mr. Cust that part of the rent back for the day.
Mr. Cust's room is right there on the 3rd floor.
Okay, up we go. Ooh, private door here. Wonder what's inside. Piano.
It is a very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
So, new objective, search Mr. Cust's room. The typewriter. Let's take a look at those keys. Oh, this is gonna be important. So, ink spill.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
Yes. Is there a way to remove that ink stain?
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
Well, we can ask her about that. Oh, could this be the murder weapon? A pretty sharp edge. A regular knife. What's so special about this?
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon.
Oh,
This
long-bladed.
subject would probably be useful to me.
Let's take it then. Now the ABC guide.
It's an ABC.
Can I take a look?
It's an ABC.
Oh, I guess not.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury.
And now the typewriter.
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Get the ribbon using the knife. Can I just cut it out? Oh, unscrew those rolls.
The right-hand reel has been removed.
Aha! Now the left-hand side.
The left-hand reel has been removed.
Poor Mr. Poro. Whoa! I am quite sorry for you. Yeah, look at the eyes. This is the typewriter.
Something is blocking the ribbon.
This thing in the middle. Oh,
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC.
yes, that's the one. I'm sure.
I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
Look at the eyes.
All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Yes. So, there we have it. Maybe it's not that easy. You know that guest? The guest who rent this room for one day, maybe he switched the typewriter. That is possible. Bottle? Blue bottle.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject would probably be useful to me.
So the doctor prescribed the same medicine to Mr. Cust. What about this one here? Sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me.
Could also be used as painkiller, I guess. In smaller amount.